you are a world champion in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that first, before we go back to your story, etc. When did you win a world championship?
It was a long time ago, 2001. Was 19 years old. Was lucky to start training jiu-jitsu at 14. And was a nice beginning because my dad was a PE, physical educator. And I was always involved in sport and was practicing like swimming, soccer, you name it, right? And as a 14 years old, in that age, you try to find an identity, and I was just, in that phase of, you're not a teenager, you're a teenager and then you want to become a man, but not a man yet. So you ride that transition. My sister started dating a guy who was doing jiu-jitsu. And this guy, and just started dating a guy doing jiu-jitsu. And this guy came and invited me, hey, let's go for a class. And I, not really, I was swimming at that time. And I said, not really. And then he started showing me some movements on my mom's living room. And I was just like a very skinny, tall kid. And then he showed me a triangle as a choke you can use your legs. A few weeks later, he convinced me to go for a class. So I got in the class, 14 years old, it was a Friday, gave him a gi, put it on, get on the mat, the class start. And 10 minutes after class start, this police officer was a federal cop, like in Brazil, right? So it's a big deal for us, a federal cop, right? And the guys come he's like in the middle of this, like a 34, 35 years old, strong dude. He came out armed, because he just left work, came straight to the gym. And he asked the professor, just left work, sorry for being late, can I get in? The professor said, of course. And I was just like, a federal cop, right? Take everything off, put the gi on, join the class. And I remember that day, the end of the class, the party time start. And the professor said, you young boy, go with him. It was the police officer. I just like, I'm dead. Right away in my mind, I'm dead. The guy is going to kill me. And I managed to pull up the only submission I learned from my brother-in-law, my sister boyfriend, the triangle. And I landed and the guy tapped. So in that moment was a pivot point for me. Because as I said, I was just a teenager. I was trying to find my identity. I was in the middle of the tap, like you're not a kid no more. You're a teenager, but you want to be a man, but you're not a man, And that moment was just like I felt a power I never felt before. I said, I could kill that guy if I want, because it was a choke, right? And he was bigger and stronger than me. And then I quit swimming that day. I bought my gi, I started training 5 days a week, and
the rest is history.
Yeah, 5 years later, I was being a world champion. So that's how much into I got in. It was great for me.